Is that we could stop and say, I really like that you're talking. Like, it be you. You like this? You can have this.
You want authenticity? This is authenticity.
My hope is that we can be very smart about the way that we utilize our time so that when something comes up that is, really exciting, we can be all over it because we already know that we have all these other things kind of banked. Keeping that in mind, my idea is that we would, block out a half day or something and shoot 5 or 6 videos at once. And then you can kind of
half day
sprinkle
once
those.
A week? No,
once a month.
Okay.
Shoot your entire month in one day.
Okay.
And then you're like, hey, I got this crazy opportunity, come follow me. Or, oh, this just came up and I'm not focused on, like, hey, can we, there was a couple weeks ago where our schedules kind of conflicted. We're not gonna have that issue. And we can be more nimble because we have already this stuff ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to think of, like a combination of what do people want, which in some sense, I kind of have an idea, but at the same time, I still want it more to be what do I want people to see and share. I don't necessarily want to pursue one specific client. Like, I know who my ideal client is, but I want to let people decide that. I just want to put it out there for people to see. So I think some of that comes into mind, and so maybe that's the kind of vlog rhythm of generality, fun, just kind of living life, poking fun at John all the time. It's always good. Everyone likes that. And then, other times being more audience intentional for my one-on-one clients. So knowing like that high performer, let's speak to them directly with certain types of content. The small group environments, and so like speaking to the insurance world is going to be different than speaking to the tech world, and so crafting content around that from time to time. I don't really think that people care that much about listening to me.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that's bringing them back.
Right. Well, kind of, yeah. 27 people or whatever. But like, so I don't want to just say, I'm just going to keep speaking my mind and that's going to grow some following, which I really don't care if it does or not anyway. But at the same time, I don't want to lose that. So I'm just trying to find that balance too.
Yeah, I think I hear what you're saying, that you want to be authentic while still providing content that is people will enjoy and resonate with, and that's I had the same exact thought, that you want to have it broad, and the way that I want to do that is like specific weeks will be dedicated to specific audiences, and it won't be hard and fast. Maybe sometimes it's more this and less that, that's fine. But my goal is to have it be where there's a little bit of structure, so we know we can look and say, okay, we've been giving these people a lot of attention, let's pull back and give it to over here, as opposed to trying to figure that out and say, what did we do last week? I want us to be able to look at something and say, oh, this just happened in the news recently, and this will totally link up with that. My desire is always to like tell a story and have people be attracted to you as a person and see the authenticity that you're bringing. You're not going to get to know someone from one single post, especially like you mentioned, not everybody is seeing that one post. You have to kind of that's part of the game.
And maybe it would be fun to create some consistency even in the blogs or in some of those things, so it's more than one part to a story.
A reoccurring segment, or like what I've been trying to capture is this unending saga of you moving. So I got like John talking to the person. Yeah, I know. Now we're over here. So that will be cool to be able to, in a couple months when you guys actually move in, say, look I can track, beginning to end more or less.
So one other thing that we're talking about right now, John and I, are as soon as we move, so we are going to try and look for an internal social media person.
Let them deal with all this.
Well, I want someone to go back in and pull archives of a vlog from, like, when you cut stuff up 4 months ago, there's still stuff in there that could be pulled back through. And so just getting that going, so that would be part of it. But the other part is to quickly be handy with the camera or with the phone.
Yeah.
And so it's just constantly catching just what's going on. And so again, I think that would help too, just with the instant, stuff that's being put in between. Yeah. I do want to get to the place, particularly on LinkedIn and Instagram, where I'm posting 3 to 4 times a day.
Okay. So you're gonna need a lot. Right.
And it's gonna be a lot. Everybody knows that I could really post the video that I posted last Thursday and no one would know. Right? It's brand new to everybody.
Right.
And a lot of people didn't see it anyway. So it's gonna be a lot of repurposed stuff.
Sure, of course.
But right now, and there's so much content that just you and I have already done. I mean, we probably got 50 or 60 video
right,
clips.
your whole year,
at least,
basically,
right?
Yeah.
And so if we just went back through and did that in some strategic place, and I don't need you to do that, but just so we can figure out a way to best catalog it.
Yeah.
So that way, when you cut the video up, and then we know, here's the title, here's the 5 most relevant things that were talked about in there, and that just gets added, and then everybody can work from that document too. I think that would be super helpful.
Yeah, I'll say maybe the last thing is that I appreciate that it is so fluid with you, but that also you're good in front of the camera and are trained in that sense, because I think people hear, oh my gosh, is this the level that I'm supposed to be at? And I can't even turn on the camera.
Yeah.
I can't even stand in front of the lights. It's nice to know that I can throw something at you and you'll kind of take it. And that's not always the case.
Yeah. Okay, so right here is going to be the time that you are going to see one of the first videos I recorded for YouTube. Let me be embarrassed for a second, and we'll come back to finish this off. So let me ask you a question.
Oh my gosh.
So
how awful. You suck. Like we're talking about, I think what's important about what we're doing is that we're cataloging the journey and not just saying, I have arrived, 5 years from now, or 10 years, or 1 year from now, who knows. We're putting in the work and saying, look this is what it takes.
Yeah.